looking at you, looking at me, looking at you, looking at you, looking at me, looking at you, looking at me, looking at you.
Hey,
Hey,
hey, hey, hey, hey. You're
hey,
looking
hey,
at me,
hey,
looking at you.
hey,
And then
hey,
we're trying to figure out what
hey,
to do
hey,
because
hey,
we got to record this
hey,
podcast today
hey.
and we've got a lot to say. So let's get started.
Okay.
We actually don't have that much to say, but
We
we
have
might have a lot to say. Who knows?
Who knows how the day will unfold when the stories untold come into the
Hey,
fold? Who knows how the
who?
convo will go when it's Coco and Cammy out on the vocal flow? Who knows
Hey.
what we gonna talk about? And we might scream and shout. We gonna laugh, no doubt. Who knows? Bars. Because without my stylist.
How are you today, Coco?
Oh my goodness. Do I give the honest answer or the podcast answer?
You could give whatever answer you'd like.
It's been a Mun Tuesday. It's been a bit
Mm.
of a Mun Tuesday.
Mhm.
But not as dark of a Mun Tuesday as I've had a previous Mun Tuesday be. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do know what you mean. Well,
Yeah.
that is good to hear.
Yeah. How's it been for you?
I'm also going through a Mon Tuesday.
Okay.
It's just been such a busy. Did I say busy?
I don't think you said it
Time.
enough. No.
I just feel very like inundated with like stuff to do like all the
Hmm.
time,
Hmm.
and it's starting to be a little bit overwhelming.
Hmm.
But first of all, can I just rant right quick?
Please.
I really hate working in the office. I hate it so much. I cannot stand it. I can't stand being around my coworkers. I can't stand being around people. I can't stand sharing an office with anybody. I can't stand the sound of people breathing. I can't stand that, like, in a place where there are like 11,000 people, like, people are raw breathing on soup. Like, I can't
Ooh.
deal with it. Like, why? I'm just like really confused, like what's going on with COVID because like I don't hear anything about it. I
Mm.
don't. There's like no news. Like I think there's a new variant, but I'm not really sure. It's like a derivative of Omicron. I mean, no, I know that at some point we were allowed to order more COVID tests per household, but like
Yes.
that wasn't like public. It's not that it wasn't public news, but it just wasn't like broadcasted in the same way that the first go round was.
Yes.
So I ordered some more COVID tests, and I was like, okay, hey, people, there goes that like in the hey. Um, I ordered them and I told a couple of people, but I don't know if people just like don't care anymore. Cause I care, because
Hmm.
I'm trying. I have things that I need to get done, and I need to be protected and safe and healthy as possible.
Right.
But what's going on? I'm so confused.
In
It
my
feels like a free for all.
Yeah.
That's a raw
Come on,
reference.
Smash! Come on, Smash! You know I know the reference. Come on, Smash! Come on.
We'll come back to Smash in
We'll
a
come back
second.
to Smash. Um, the thing that I've noticed, or from my perspective, what I peeped is that will being Americans or the United States, will have some event, random blow up event. I don't mean that like in a dangerous sense or like, explosives. We'll have some kind of scandal, some scandalous moment, and then after 2, 3 days, on to the next news cycle. And
Mhm.
it concerns me because it doesn't feel like it can be scandalous simultaneously across all categories. It feels like it has to be
Mm.
hyper focused. Like, oh, here's a specific entertainment scandal. Oh, here's a specific political scandal. Oh, here's a
Mhm.
specific health scare crisis scandal. And it's like we being the American people
The
seem like we can
American
only
people.
process one at a
Yeah,
time. So it's like,
because we're
oh,
Americans.
exactly. So I feel like in my head it's like, oh, here's the Ukraine stuff going on. Oh, pause that. Oh, COVID stuff. Oh, pause that. Oh, Jada Pinkett Smith's family. Oh, pause that. Oh, and it's
Mhm.
just like, a never ending cycle of things going on. But it's like, oh, we already talked
Right.
about that. We already addressed that. We moved on.
Like, that's
Like,
yesterday's
COVID was
news.
so 2020. Like, we in the streets. What are you doing? So
Right, right.
I agree with you that I feel like, is COVID still a thing? For me, I can't tell you I have the at home test, but I can't tell you the last time I took a COVID test. And I used to go religiously, like twice a
Mhm.
week to Walgreens where they did the free test when it was required. When I was still going into the office, I was going once a week. Anytime I felt like a cold or something coming on, let me take a self test. And now it's not even a thought in my head, honestly. I still wear my mask out, and I feel like I'm the only one. Like everyone's looking at me like I'm like a
Oh
canker
my
sore. And
gosh.
I'm like,
I I'm like one of the few people on my team that wears a mask. Like in every meeting that I'm in, I'm the only one wearing a mask, and people are looking at me like I'm the crazy one. That
yes.
like, no, like it's over. What are you doing? Well, take off your mask. We want to see your mouth. And I'm like, no, you can see my mouth in photos, okay?
Right. I'm just like, even if COVID is no longer a thing, I don't plan on taking my mask off because I don't want to, be all the way expressive. I don't want spittle. I don't want coffee breath. I don't want any of these
Right.
things incoming or outgoing. So if that means I can
Mhm.
leave a mask on and you want to look at me like I'm crazy, then that's fine too.
That's
But
fine. That's
going into the
fine.
stores, I do see it's suggested, it's recommended, like the mandatory mandates gone out the window. So yeah.
Yeah. I know that I had a friend that sent me like a snap of some mask or just like social distancing posters that were in the bathrooms and common
Okay.
areas and things like that.
Got it.
And they were like, and someone had thrown them away, and she snapped our group and was like, I guess COVID is over. Like, why? What is happening?
My thing is like these are things people should be doing on the regular. Even when I saw
Mhm.
like the suggestions, like wash your hands for a minimum of 20 seconds, and I'm like,
Like,
what have y'all
you
been
weren't
doing?
already doing
Have
that?
y'all not been washing
What do
hands?
you mean?
You need to
Why is this a
you need to work
suggestion?
the station of the minimums, and this is like, what have you been doing?
Right. Yeah,
So
that was really wild to me. I'm like, you all weren't washing your hands?
or even the don't step in people's personal bubbles. Like, do we really need signs for you to know you
We
need to
do
be
because they weren't abiding by it before. They weren't
right?
abiding with it with the signs.
Right.
We need those signs back. We need
You're
people to
right.
practice not being in people's personal bubbles. I
You're
don't
right.
need to feel your breath
Yes.
coming from your nostrils onto
Yes.
the nape of my neck. That is disgusting. It
Yes.
is so gross. Uh just back it up and mind your
Mind
business.
your business. Just mind your
Just
business.
mind your business.
Ashley's voice. I want to say or maybe we talked about it. I feel like it was like the first or second episode about people violating that personal bubble.
Yeah,
And I
we
did
definitely did.
yeah, I found myself recently in one of those situations where I was getting panicked is when, the transaction's over. I rarely use cash, but for some reason this day I used cash to check out. And
Mhm.
so the cashier gave me my change. And as I'm like putting it, in my purse to like get ready to go away, she starts scanning the next person. And I immediately feel panic. I'm like, I
Mhm.
got to get out the way. I got to get out the
Were
way.
you at Aldi?
Yes, yes, that's exactly where I was.
Because they do that all the time. They're like, beep, 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 here's your total. And before they even hand you your receipt, they are scanning the next person, like, move it along. Hurry it up.
Out of all the thousands of stories you could have said, the fact that you
Oh,
just
I know. I
knew where I
know.
was. Wow. So yeah, that happened, and I immediately started panicking. I started fumbling around, and I was just like, "No, my card does not go in there, and my receipt does not go in there." I took a breath, and I
Mhm.
stayed there, and it took me like an extra 2 minutes. And the person looking behind me was kind of like, "Move," and I was like, "No." And so I just
Checkout
took my
anxiety
time.
is definitely a thing, and I'm pretty sure Aldi caused it.
I just took my time putting my stuff away, and it's not like I was taking my time on purpose or purposefully moving slower, but it got to the point where they had their stuff and they walked out and the next person was start checking out and I'm like,
Right.
"Well, I have the cart, so don't know what you want me to do." So, I'm mosey on over a little bit and just took my time and I'm like,
Mhm.
"You guys just take your time. Do
Just
not let
take your
anybody rush you when
time.
you're doing your normal routine. Take your time."
Slow down.
Ooh,
Put
I just
your
wanna
change away real slow
okay,
and take a breath. They're
okay,
gonna have to wait to get their own groceries checked out.
okay, okay.
No, but for real, just take a breath, take a beat. It's fine. It really is fine. They'll live.
It did wonders, and the fact that it took me 20 something plus years to decide to let me not rush out the way, let me not
Mhm.
hurry it along for the next person, and let me do my due process, because
Right.
me putting my receipt in the right spot and not going to get gas later and not being able to find my debit card and panicking for 5 minutes is going to be an issue if I don't handle this now. Like, I felt so
Mhm.
relieved that I was centered with myself and I got to do what I
Right.
wanted to do.
Right. So like, okay, that just kind of okay. Before I get no, I'm gonna go here and then we're gonna go back to Brawl.
Okay.
That whole like encounter situation just reminded me of just like moments where you feel embarrassed
Mhm.
or everyone's looking at you and it's kind of a cringe moment. How do you like pick yourself back up, brush it off, or just laugh at yourself? Just how do you pull yourself together?
For me, it depends on who I'm around.
True.
It depends on who I'm around. Some moment that often, and I mean like once or twice a year, comes to my head is an ex-boyfriend of mine and I were like, we were in the bed and we were just cuddling and I didn't put lotion on my feet that day. And this is like listen, this was a while ago. We're talking about like high school to college years. A
Oh
while ago, right? So
God.
listen, let me set it up for you.
I'm
So
so
we've been
sorry.
eating no, you're fine. We were in the bed, we've been eating cookies, and I didn't lotion my feet that day. And so we're like adjusting in the bed, we're just watching something, and all you hear is and he was like, "Did you knock over the cookies?" And I was like, "No, that was my feet rubbing against the carpet." And it's like it was like a beat. It was like a beat of silence, and then we both just busted into laughter. He was like, "What?" I was like, "I know. I forgot to lotion." But the fact that
Wow.
he was like, "Did you knock over the cookies?" And I was like, "No, that was my feet rubbing against the comforter." So in that moment, we're familiar
Gosh.
with each other. It's embarrassing, but it's funny. We have
Funny,
that kind of
right.
relationship. When I think about embarrassing situations with someone and say it's like not as funny or it's not as serious, like for example, if you're getting into a heated debate with your leasing property manager, just for a random
Mm.
example,
Just for a random example.
I'll find myself being respectfully disrespectful. And
Mm.
that's what it is. And that can be either if I'm right or wrong.
Mhm.
If it's
Right.
like, oh, you missed this deadline. Well, no, no.
Mhm.
And let me tell you why I didn't. Like, I will argue somebody down if you're disrespectful in that way. So
Mhm.
I, it's like, if
Is respectfully disrespectful like the professional clapback?
yes, it's a professional clapback. And I don't know if that will fall under the embarrassing category or not. It depends.
Mhm.
If you're so that's the difference. The first situation I gave was an embarrassing moment, but if you're trying to embarrass me, then yeah, we're going to get respectfully disrespectful for sure.
Mm.
Mhm.
Mhm. Mhm.
What
I
about you?
oh boy, what about me?
Do you have any random or recent embarrassing moments where you're just like, "Dang, how do I handle this?" Or you know exactly what you want to do
Gosh,
or
I'm like a
respond?
walking embarrassment. I'm
Stop
always
it.
embarrassing myself. I'm like the Mr. Magoo of
Stop
all
it.
things embarrassing in every situation.
I'm Mr. Magoo.
Like there's this one time that I was visiting my now husband in New York,
Mhm.
and he used to do kendo for his school.
Is
And
Kindle martial arts, or that's the one with
yes, it
the sticks
is.
or the
It
what?
is.
Okay.
It's the one with the long bamboo
Yeah.
sticks.
Okay.
I think they're bamboo. You can correct me if you need to.
In the comments after you share the video.
Oh, I think I do have a video. Anyway, maybe I'll link that in the comments below. Anyway,
Hey.
so I was with his team, and we were just like talking after his practice,
Mhm.
and one of his teammates, who was a girl, she made a remark along the lines of, I can't even remember what the remark was, but something about her being mannish. And I was like, I think she said something along the lines of she has man hands or something like that. And I was like, no, you have the dainty hands of a woman. And I was like, because I was like, oh, I'm gonna make her feel better because she is feminine, but like also, I don't. We're not on that level of friendship. So like every now and then, I'll be making eggs. I'll be organizing the closet. I'll be shopping outside, and then that moment just like washes over my mind, and I'm like,
Uh-huh.
oh God, why, Lord, please
I feel
take
you.
it away.
Take it away. Right. Or I'm like, why did I say that and do that? It's not like I can do anything about it. This was years and years and years ago. But dang,
Right.
if I knew then what I knew now, might have still had the same reaction or
Right.
response.
Oh,
But yikes.
jeez. There was also a time when my sister-in-law was pregnant, and we were at her baby shower, and I was going up to her to like take a photo with her,
Hmm.
but my foot got caught on like the carpet that like led to her throne,
Uh-huh.
and I tripped on it and almost face planted. That
Ooh.
moment replays in my mind a lot. There are a lot of falling moments that replay in my mind. There was this time in ninth grade in biology class, because remember we had biology in the trailer, so we didn't get to dissect that
Yes.
real frog, and I'm
Yes.
still very bitter about it. But
Yes.
I
We'll
got
never
it.
get that PETA sponsorship now.
Uh, we didn't dissect the frog. It's fine.
Okay.
But it was like lunchtime, or at least for our period, and then the way the trailers were set up, they were like on this hill, and you had to go down this hill in order to get to the building.
Yes.
So as I'm going down the hill, I trip over air or a
Ooh.
tiny piece of gravel. I mean, I twisted my ankle. You would have thought I went to battle somewhere.
Oh my
No, I tripped
god.
over a single piece of gravel. I'm like, why am I so clumsy? Why? So a lot of my clumsy moments replay in my head all the time. Like
Okay.
just think of Lizzie McGuire, and every time she trips in
No,
that
no,
show, that
no,
is me.
no, no, no.
Not even kidding. I'm not. Can't I can't lie to you.
I can't think of a lot of physically clumsy moments. Most of mine would be verbal. So
Mm.
I guess I can't think of that. Or I think about people that talk about how often they've had to like go to the hospital or broken bones, and I think about it and I'm grateful because I've never broken a bone. I've never been in the hospital. I've been to the ER for like an emergency situation or a cut or some bruise or something, but I've never had a broken bone either. And I'm
Really?
yeah, and I'm like there's that word. And I'm wondering if I'm an anomaly or if there are more people who just aren't clumsy out there or physically prone to hurt themselves in that way. I don't
I
know.
guess. I don't know.
I guess.
It's not me.
You don't say. You don't say.
Okay, let's go back
Oh, yes, back to where?
back to Super Smash
Okay.
Brothers.
Who smash, who smash, who smash, who smash?
Did you used to play Smash? Do you currently play Smash?
Did I used to play?
Listen, I have to ask the question. The the
Yes,
the
I
Peaches
used
want to
to
know.
play Smash. Okay, so as a lot of people tend to know, if they know me, um, grew up in a gaming household, comics household. I have two brothers. Only girl, middle child. Shout out to all my middle children with the middle child syndrome. MCS, you know about it.
Hey!
MCS, listen, I see
That
you.
middle child syndrome is
It's a
for
real. It's a
real.
real
It's a real thing. It's a
thing.
real thing.
And don't let anyone else who's not a middle child tell you otherwise. And even if they
Exactly.
are, they wrong.
Shout out to all the middle children out there. We see you.
We see you, we feel
We
you, and
hear
we
you.
know. We
And we will
know.
not ignore you because
And
we
we will
know.
not ignore you. And you can't understand fully unless you part of the MCS
Unless you're a
squad.
middle child. Yep.
You just won't
Mm-hmm.
get it. And that's okay. That's okay. Trust me, it's
Yeah.
not really a squad you want to be a part of.
It's not. I'd rather be if I could be in any of the lineups, I think I'd rather be the baby.
Yes, I was gonna say the youngest.
Yeah.
For sure. The youngest.
Ugh.
But to bring it back, yes, we grew up playing all the games all the time. Since I did have brothers, a lot of them were leaned towards fighting games, role, action games, stuff like that. But I also
Mhm.
did have the girly games. I had this game called Legend of Kaya, which had, it was so awesome. It was this melanated girl who was trying to find her dad. She's fighting through stuff. She had purple hair that looked like locks. It was really dope. A lot of people don't talk about it.
I've never even heard of this
I
game.
know a lot of people didn't even know it existed, and I don't even think I finished it because it got to one of those parts where it was like super, super hard. Then school started getting hard, so I had to put that to the side. I also had
Mm.
like one of the girly games, like the Mary Kate and Ashley game, and it was like multiplayer. So my friends could come over and they could play, but a lot of my friends at the time were not into games, so it was just like,
Mm.
you know. But yes, I am an active Smash player. I'm not as great as like my younger brother. He enters Smash tournaments in places. So
Mhm.
he's on a different level and I haven't played it recently, but yes, I am an avid game lover.
I suck at Smash.
Don't say that.
It's so bad. Um, I so my husband plays Smash.
Mhm.
He streams and he also goes to tournaments
Mhm.
and he's actually uh probably streaming Smash right now. But yeah, let me look at my
Skin
imaginary
30.
watch.
Smash time.
Yeah. Hey, that's a different kind of Smash
Whoa,
there.
whoa, whoa. Let's make sure we keep this PG so we don't have to hit that explicit button.
um So I played the original Smash that came out on the N64,
Okay.
and then I did not play Melee as much
Okay, on
because
GameCube.
on the GameCube
Mhm.
I played Brawl.
Okay.
Then what was it? Smash 4?
Possibly. I was
Is
real
that the
heavy on the
one?
melee.
Okay. I mean, everybody was heavy on Melee.
Yeah.
Melee was that game that
Mhm.
everybody played. And
For
then
sure.
there were the what are I'm trying to think of the name of it. Someone will correct me. But there was like a modified version, I guess a mod version of Melee where like they had like all these different extra things that you could do and like
Mhm.
fight and
Okay. I do
I,
have it pulled up here. So there's Smash Bros. Unlimited or Ultimate. That's the latest one.
Ultimate is the
Yeah.
latest one.
And there's
Smash
Smash
4 I think is the
Super
one for the
Smash
Wii U.
for the Wii. Super Smash Bros. Yeah, for the Wii. And then there was Smash Brawl, like you said. I didn't play
Brawl was
Brawl
for
like that.
Yeah, Brawl was for the Wii.
Mhm.
4 was for the Wii U. Ultimate's for the Switch. Melee for the GameCube. Original Smash for the N64. But I feel like I'm missing one. Am I missing one?
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for Switch. Then you have Super Smash Bros, Brawl, GameCube, 3DS, Nintendo 3DS. I never had a 3DS. Those had a moment too. I never got one of
Okay,
those.
I used to play Mario Party on the 3DS
Oh,
all
okay.
the time. It was kind of a problem. I was addicted. And I remember my brother and my husband were like, "You need to take a break at some point. It's a lot. It's too much." I'm like, "But no, I gotta get all the things. I gotta win." What do you mean?
That's
Anyway,
so funny. Wait, and that's crazy because you were playing by yourself? Not
yeah,
okay.
it was great. Cause
Okay.
like the thing about Mario Party, it's a great party game.
Yes, for
But
sure.
but sometimes it can take too long
Forever.
and people lose interest.
That's true.
When I'm playing just by myself, I can go at whatever pace and
Pace
not get
you
bored.
want. That's a
Yeah.
good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Dang. Do I need a 3DS again?
Listen, no, because
But
you
that's what
can
the
play.
Switch is for.
Right, I was about to say that's what the Switch is for. So yeah, listen, if that's the case and you want to play some Mario Party, maybe we can do that. Maybe that could be one of our Twitch episodes. Even
Can
maybe
we
it could be.
play Mario
Listen, we can play Mario Party.
Party? Y'all stay tuned because Kimmy and Coco are playing Mario Party. I'm so excited.
I'm excited too. We had like a game night, or someone else hosted a game night, and so it was 4 people playing Mario Party in rotation. But like you said, either if you're not playing, you're not interested, or you go off with conversations and things like that. It's like I never got my chance to play in the rotation. But we
Mm-hmm.
did eventually end up playing a game. Have you played Code Names?
No, I've not played
Oh
Codenames.
my goodness. There's an online version and they had a physical version at that game night. And it was I could have
Oh,
sworn I invited you possibly one time before to play, but it was a lot of fun. And multiple people can play it. Like there's no limit on the amount of people that can play.
okay, okay.
Also possibly put that in rotation.
I listen. I'm up for a game night. I love a game night. You let me know when
You
and
know I'll let
where.
you know. You know I'll let you know. I be letting you know. I be letting you know all the things to
Hey.
know. All the things to know.
Did you see that your girl Doja Cat won a Grammy?
I'm glad you know that that's my girl. Let's talk about it. So when Dolce, when she had her, what do I want to call it? 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 I don't want to call it a scandal. When she had
Mm.
her situations going
Her
on,
situations, yeah.
one of my friends reached out to me and was like, "Are you still a Doja Cat stan or a Doja Cat supporter?" And I went off. I was like, I was like, I was going off. I was like, she's just going through something right now, and I don't agree with that, but I still agree with the music. Da da da. And whenever something like that happens, people always try to bring up the R. Kelly thing for me because I'm like, I don't listen to him. I don't want to know
Mhm.
anything that's going on with him. To me, I
Mhm.
can't separate. Well, the music is this, and I'm like, situation's different. So they tried to incorporate that, and I was like, no, situation's different for me. So
Mhm.
I still support Doja. So I just wasn't as outwardly supportive, but still every day I listen to Doja Cat. There's always something on any of my playlists. Somehow she's made her way to my country playlist. She's made her way to my most high
Wait,
playlist.
what?
But listen. I don't roll the dice. I just throw them. So she's made her way onto all the playlists. So I definitely listen to her every day, if not every other day. So to get back to what you said, yes, I saw she won her Grammy, and I was so happy. And it was so her how she won it too. Now she had to run. I was like,
Yes, that's what I
yes.
loved about that whole entire moment. First
Uh-huh.
of all, why was Cesar on crutches? That's what.
Allegedly they said it was a fake injury, but then she showed X-rays where her ankle was chipped. She said it just happened kind of out of nowhere. I don't know if she rolled out the bed, but
Oh
literally her
Lord!
ankle
Now
has
we
a
can
chip.
chip our ankles.
Good question, because she
It's
said
not safe out here.
good question. She said she said it just happened out of nowhere, and I'm like, if I could just be walking and chip my ankle, that just sounds painful.
I'm gonna go back to SZA in a moment, but yes, the way Doja won her award,
Uh
and
huh.
SZA's like, "You were in the bathroom for 5
Right.
minutes. Like, why would you go like during when they're announcing our category or
Right.
whatever?" And the way she's like catching her breath and saying that she took the longest pee of her life.
Right.
I I laughed and I was just cheesing, smiling the whole entire time
Yeah.
because it was a real moment. It
Yeah.
wasn't this um like curated, like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
like I won this award and here's this speech. I mean, I'm sure she thanked the people that she needed to thank later because
Right.
yeah, like when you're in that moment, especially if you had to run in a gown after you peed and you're
Right.
trying to make sure that your coochie's not like being blasted on national TV because there's a
Right.
moment where she was like,
Zip, zip, zip.
zip, zip,
Yeah.
zip. Um, And poor girl, her lash was like coming off. Like there was a video where they like zoomed in and her lash was like
I can't. I really can't.
halfway detached. And I'm like, why would you zoom in?
That's so
That's
Doja, right? Like
very
anyone who
Doja.
follows her on any of her social media profiles, like that's her. And I feel like there are people, excuse me with that word again. I feel like I feel as if there are people who try to seem like, oh, I'm down to earth, or try to
Mhm.
seem, oh, I'm cool, I'm relatable, I'm just like you, and it's a facade. And with Doja, to me, it's always 110% genuine. She's like, here's me
Yeah.
without makeup. Here's my canker sore. Here's my
Mhm.
lash falling off. Here's me
Yeah.
with broccoli in my teeth. Here's me with tissue on my shoe. And I love that she is not so, I'm a
She's
superstar, or my head is in the clouds, or I have to be
or I have
glamorous
to be
all the
perfect
time,
all the time.
professional
Yeah.
all the time. She said, this is who I am. And you see that
Yeah.
I can be professional. I can be this eclectic person. I can also show you that I'm human, because that's what I
Mhm.
am at the very end
Yeah.
and beginning of the day. So that's what I love about Doja.
Well, congrats, Doja, on your Grammy. If you're listening,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
I
mm-hmm.
too need the beans with the sauce and the cheese. So hit me up if you want a Taco Bell run.
No. Did you see that she was in recently a Taco Bell commercial? So people were talking about maybe she is going to influence the Mexican pizza to make a return. Since
I thought she was sponsored by Taco Bell.
I didn't know. I saw a recent commercial, so I said, "Oh, maybe she's going to bring the
Oh,
Mexican pizza back." I don't know.
yeah, because I follow her on TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought she had some sort of deal
Deal.
partnership with Taco Bell.
Mhm.
So
But
it
she has a
doesn't.
deal with everyone, though. Let's be clear. Doja Cat has multiple brand and collaboration deals. I would be
Which
surprised if she
okay,
didn't have a
like
deal with
get that money,
someone.
honey.
Get that money, honey.
Listen, Taco Bell, if you'd like to sponsor us, or half of us, because some of us don't eat
Eat
Taco
horse meat.
Bell. I guess we're not getting sponsored by Taco
Listen, PETA
Bell.
doesn't want us. The people that save the animals, the people that kill the animals, nobody wants to sponsor us. We about to have to get back to the makeup and brand deals.
Mexican pizza
Pizza,
is the
pizza
pizza for
for
you
you
and me.
and me. Mexican pizza with the chili pizza. Crispy chicken, fresh lettuce, ranch dressing, 3 cheeses all wrapped up in a tasty flour tortilla,
Tortilla.
crispy chicken. Yo, they ate her alive for that. They ate the R&B queen alive for that.
It was
What's in the new crispy chicken wrap?
it, it was a different time.
It was the best of times. It was the
It
worst
was the worst
of
of
times. And they
times.
ate her up. She allegedly got 3 million, I think, for that deal. And I'm like, if you want to give me 3 million for singing about chicken, and I delegate it within my community, within my family, however else, you can slide me 3 million.
I can sing about anything for $3 million. Here we go. Mega babe, happy pits.
Okay.
Gonna detox under your arms and gonna make sure those pits are fresh and clean before you
Mm,
use that
okay.
natural deodorant. And that's my $3 million right there.
Let's do it. Or we're just doing random things. Okay.
Yes.
Palmer's cocoa butter formula. I love the way you slide on my lips, makes me pucker up. You got the SPF 15. You make me look sweet, not mean. It's original, soft and so clean. Palmer's. Boom.
All right, and that's your $3
Boom.
million. And
3
I just
million.
got influenced by some Palmers. What?
Influence.
Okay, commission. Here we
Hello.
go.
Back in.
Let's
Royalty.
go.
We can do this all day, y'all.
We can do this all day.
This all day as raiders, as creatives. We can creatively write in our minds and vocalize these thoughts. It's what we do.
It's what we do, okay?
I do have a question for the Grammys. Is there anyone that you saw win you were like, why did that happen? Or anyone you wanted to win and you were like, yes, so glad that happened? Or did you watch them at all or watch highlights?
Okay, so I did watch the Grammys.
Okay.
but I don't really remember the Grammys.
Okay.
I remember Silk Sonic winning
Mhm.
in every category that they were nominated for, which I enjoy Silk Sonic.
Mhm.
Like, ah!
Uh-oh.
that was for the leg,
I
not for Silk
enjoy Silk
Sonic.
Sonic insert frustration.
I enjoy Silk Sonic's sound
Okay.
because they are silky smooth. They're
Mhm.
very sultry, very buttery, very silk pajamas.
Mhm.
If I'm thinking of a scent, it's very amber, sandalwood,
Amberwood. Yeah.
vanilla. Like that's what I think of when I'm listening to Silk Sonic. And
Yeah.
their songs just really put me in a good mood. And music is supposed to invoke a feeling, whether it's happiness, sadness,
Yeah.
anger, whatever. Like when I want to be happy, when I want to just like uplift my spirit, I'll listen to some Symphonic. Skate to me, baby. Skate. I love Skate. Skate makes me want to wear some booty shorts, some dolphin shorts, and some
Yes.
tube socks and roller skate down the
Yes.
driveway. Oh, I love
Yes.
that
Come on,
song so
dolphin
much.
booty shorts. Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
I'll be in Roll Bounce too.
Hello.
There
Hello.
probably is a Roll Bounce too that went straight to DVD.
But it's not starring like Lil Bow Wow Shot Moss. It's starring like Lil JJ. It's like one of the
Not
off-brand
Lil
Lil
JJ.
Bow Wow.
Not Lil
You know that's
JJ.
how it is. Straight to DVD, video on demand, VOD.
Oh my goodness. When Silk Sonic won
Mhm.
the final award like that they were nominated for,
Mhm.
Anderson Paak goes, "We're trying really hard to be humble here, but in the industry, that's what you call a clean sweep." And I was like, "That's right.
Oh.
Suck it all in,
Yes.
man." So I was really excited for them. Now I'm trying to remember other things that
There is a bit of
happened.
a controversy going along
Oh,
around.
what's the
So
controversy?
for the category, I don't know if it was for best Jamaican artist or Jamaican song.
Oh Lord,
Yeah, there was a group that was not nominated that won.
that wasn't Jamaican.
Yes, and they were phenotypically white. So, um, in real time, I am going to look this up. Yes, American reggae band Soja took home the Grammy for Best Reggae Album at the 64th Annual Grammy Awards. The internet is not happy about it. This group
Yikes!
is Virginia based.
God, no, no, no,
The
no,
group is Virginia
no!
based. The Soja stands for Soldiers of Jah Army. It is an 8-member group made mostly of white guys. That is what Google has to say about it.
How did they get nominated?
They're a reggae band. So excuse me, not best Jamaican artist, best reggae reggae album. Best reggae album. That's what they won.
This is feeling very, 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 very 2015, 2016 when all those artists decided to go. This is what I imagine in my head.
Okay.
When all these artists decided to go to the islands and they heard those steel drums, and then they came back to the studio and we're just, you know what we're gonna do?
What?
Steel drums. We're gonna put some reggaeton
Yeah.
in our music, some dance hall
Yes.
vibes in our music because Justin Bieber,
Mhm.
Drake,
Mhm.
who else during that time? I mean, it was just like, okay, we get
Yeah,
it.
I hear you. It was
You were
everyone.
influenced, but this is like not right.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Everyone did it, and a lot of the everyone's got applauded for it and awarded
Right.
for it and
Right.
thanked for it. And it's like this music has been around for eons, decades and
Right.
decades. These people
It's
went
always like new and
into it.
innovative and
Right. They made it
exciting.
seem like they were the creators, and it's like,
Right.
no,
Mhm.
they're not the creators of this genre of music.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Um, I think the only thing I can say to that right now is what?
You say what? I'll say white.
Yeah. I'm just so confused.
I see. This is why this when it comes to awards, this is why
They don't matter and they're
sometimes
stupid.
they don't matter and they're stupid. So when I think about, for example, Doja Cat, I'm like, I'm so happy you won because you've been
Right.
putting in work. You've been so creative. You've been putting it out like a machine. You've been overworked. You
Yeah.
vocally said you've been overworked and you're just making all this great music, all these great
Mhm.
contributions. You deserve to be rewarded. And then when I
Right.
look at this other category and I look at all these other people, Spice Official was in there, Sean Paul was also in there. I think he was nominated with Spice. You have,
Still making music?
oh yes, and he is fine. Have you not seen Sean Paul without his braids?
No.
Ma'am,
I haven't seen Sean Paul in a really long time. I think the last time I
ma'am.
saw Sean Paul was when he was doing that song for Step Up. Give
Uh-uh. No, ma'am. Unacceptable.
it up to me.
When you wanna feel my sympathy. When you wanna give it up to me.
Yeah. Oh.
I think get a copyright strike. And not because we're using the song, but because we're doing it wrong. We'll be like, oh, y'all not messing up my song like that. Yeah, no, he has been still cranking out music. He's from what I
While you talk,
saw,
I'm gonna look him up.
he has a family. Which is fine. I don't have any celebrity crushes anymore. First of all, if someone's married, it's like a turn off for me. I'm just like, nah. But I don't
Oh
have
my
any
gosh.
celebrity crushes where it's just like, oh my gosh, if I had a chance with this person, that would be. You see him, right? Oh, for everyone listening right now, Cammy finally saw a picture. I told you he was fine. And mind you, I don't got no type. Hashtag race swimmer. But that man, super fine. Super fine. Listen.
Okay, Sean Paul.
He been eating his Wheaties, okay?
He's been
Okay?
eating his Wheaties.
No,
Yes.
no, 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 no. He been eating his Wheaties and doing what needs to be done.
I have so many celebrity crushes. It's not even funny. And some of them aren't even celebrities. Some of them are YouTube crushes. And so Mikhail and I will watch YouTube sometimes, and we have our favorites. We have our
Yeah,
favorite creatives. But there's this one person named Nathan Zed, and every time he posts something, because I think he's genuinely
let me go
funny.
see.
And the first video that I ever saw of his was how Sky High was a cinematic masterpiece. And I was like, what is this fool trying to say? And I watched the video and I was like, okay, he's funny. I like him. I'm gonna give him a follow. So
Okay.
anytime he posts something, I'm like, Mikhail, my boyfriend, just posted a new video. And he's just like, okay. And then so he posted something recently and I was like, my boyfriend posted another video. And I was like, I've gotta stop saying that to you.
You out for that. I'd be
I'm
like,
very
Sean
wild
Paul
for that.
posted another video, and my dog
Oh
would just look
yeah.
at me because I'm unmarried.
Caleb City is another one of my boyfriends. Shut up.
Listen, yo, Caleb, but
I
he's
haven't
also in a dedicated relationship,
he's
but
very
still,
in very there was
but
okay,
still,
so there was one time where I didn't see Caleb and Kimmy posting videos together or just like on social media
yeah.
together, and I'm like,
What's going on? Where are
I
they?
was like,
What happened?
Mikhail,
Yes,
I think they're broken
yes.
up. I don't know what's happening. They can't break up. They can't break up. They can't break up. I was very concerned. And
Yeah.
then I saw something and I'm like,
Oh, they're okay. Yeah, yeah. I was with you. Listen, I was with you in that period, and it was Caleb went live with somebody talking about his Weibo, his character action figure that was going live, and the guy just randomly was like, "Yo, how's your girl doing?" And Caleb was like, "Oh, she's good. Like she's here, she's in the back." And I was like, "Oh, thank God, thank God." He was like, "Is she there with you?" Because this is when he just got the house. He was like, "Yeah, we living together in the house." I was like, "Thank
oh,
goodness,
thank God. Thank you.
thank
Thank you so much.
goodness."
Thank you for confirming. We wanted to know.
And I don't feel like it's a secret, but it did remind me of that time J. Cole was getting interviewed and somebody was like, "Oh, how's your wife doing?" And he was like, she's good." And then the interview was like, "What's going on?" He was like, "Nobody know I was married, man." And it's like,
Mm.
surprise. like, not that I'm trying to hide it, but cats out the
Right.
bag type of situation.
And
So
I don't think of them hiding their relationship. I think they're just private, which is
yeah,
totally fine, and I love that.
I love that. When I bring it back to us, when I think about even us, we don't get too, at least not podcast wise, we don't get into the relationship stuff or what's going on. So, like, let people speculate, let them figure it out, or let them be told if we want them to know.
Right,
So, yeah,
right.
I appreciate that, especially when you're in front of the camera all the time. Like,
All the
you
time.
need to keep some things private. You have
Oh,
to. You
absolutely.
have to keep some things private. You just have to.
It like so I saw this clip of someone interviewing Issa Rae,
Hmm.
and they were asking her what it was like. How did you keep your wedding a secret, or how did you manage to do that? And she's like, well, the people that needed to know knew. And I was like, that's it right there. Not
That's it.
everybody needs to know your business.
That's it. And it's always been important for me to, and I've had some friends feel like I'm withholding things, but I'm very particular, like, okay, well, friend A, B, and C can know this, but friends D, E, and F, like, either I'm not ready
Yeah.
to share that information or I don't want to share it because you
Yeah.
might not withhold it the same way A, B, and C does. That doesn't mean I value you any less. I just know
Right.
in my head what I feel like you can handle or you can manage, or
Right.
something that I feel like will stay here with them, and maybe it won't with
Mhm.
you. And that's okay. You're just not in that ABC category.
Right. And and it's so true because I just think, especially when it comes to things that are so personal and things that you
Mhm.
hold sacred and close,
Mhm.
those are the things that you don't need to share with everybody, because
Mhm.
not everybody is going to be celebrating with you,
Yes.
or mourning with you,
Mhm.
or just like feeling your feels how you're feeling
Yes.
them. And I think it's important to have people that can feel what you're feeling
Mhm.
and respect how you feel
Mhm.
and cherish that as well.
I agree. Not everyone is the same across the spectrum. So having, like you
Mhm.
said, different people that you feel you can go to for specific kinds of support, whether you're being celebrated or, like you said, in mourning, or you want to vent, or you want to be overjoyed with something. It's very, very, very,
Mhm.
very important to understand how you fit with certain people.
Yeah. I remember there was an incident where I was in a group chat. This was a couple of years ago, and this was kind of at the height of the pandemic.
Hmm.
And I remember saying, I'm getting kind of nervous. Like, this is really serious.
Right.
I'm nervous about my family members getting sick. And
Hmm.
this was before vaccines were even being rolled out,
Okay.
or even just
The start,
kind of
start.
like, yeah. And I remember one of my friends saying, "Oh, it'll be fine. I just try to think about this, and this." And it was just like something so like trivial. And uh, I was like, I'm not sharing anything important in this group ever again, because like this is not the group for that. And then it was like a day or maybe even a couple hours later, she was like, I just reread that comment. And I was like, why did I say that? I'm trying to be more, I can't even remember the words that she said. And I was like, well, that's good for you. I'm checking out.
Right.
This is not a support group. Because
Right.
the group too, they just complain about a lot,
Hmm.
and that's not really my thing.
Bees.
I don't that's not my steez. I don't want to complain about everything. I don't want to
Mhm.
complain about everyone. Yes, people are annoying, but you're also like feeding into it. You enjoy that too.
You're right.
I don't enjoy that. I'm not trying to be gossipy. I'm not trying to know all the drama in someone's life, because
Mhm.
they could be going through something. And if they're confiding in you, it's because they're having it really rough, and they they feel safe telling you these things. So
Right.
you're kind of being disrespectful by like laughing about it and telling us about it in the group chat, like behind her back.
Oh,
Like,
she wasn't in the group chat. Oh,
no.
see, that's not okay. See, no, 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 no. I thought this whole time she was in the group chat with you all.
Oh no, she was in the group chat with us when I told her about like the COVID thing. But I'm talking about her
Yeah.
coworkers and
Oh,
things
okay.
like that. Like, I mean, obviously the coworkers aren't in our group chat. We don't know them. And like, it's
No.
okay to complain about a coworker. I
Right.
mean, I complained about a coworker that doesn't know how to use his words.
Yikes. It's the silence
But
for me.
I'm still confused. I'm
It's the
very
silence for
confused
me. I'm confused why you help. That's my confusion.
because I'm a nice person and I need to not be.
Interesting. Sounds like you're making your coworker dependent on you. That's what I perceive your nice to be.
Oh, I hope not because I'm trying to have him kick rocks.
Yikes. Yikes. Um,
We'll
I
see if
do
that works out though.
I do want to say I do have specific group chats. Like there are group chats I'm part of where people do want to complain, and if that's the energy, that's the feeling of it, that's fine. If y'all want to talk about entertainment, that's fine. Politics, that's fine. And then other group chats where it's a cluster of everything we talk about.
Everything, yeah.
But I do have a couple of friends who will like get out the group chat and be like, "Hey, can I talk to you about this specifically?" Or this was said and it upset me, not necessarily from me, but how do you feel about this? What do you think about that? And that stays between us. So I
Mhm.
appreciate even being considered in that way, where
Yeah.
it's like, okay, outside of this, can we talk about this?
Right, right.
Yeah. The conversation has just been flowing so well. Speaking of talking, I started this show on Netflix and it's called Bridgerton. Have
Oh, I've
you?
never heard of it.
That's wild.
Yeah, I've been
So,
living under a rock.
with Patrick, eh? So, this show is basically set in the before now time. And it's so I'm late to joining the Bridgerton. What do you call it? Wheelbagging? Wheelbagging. Jesus. What do you call it?
Bandwagon?
I'm late to joining the Bridgerton Red Wheel Wagon, and I am so thoroughly enjoying it. And I realized,
Really?
yeah, I realized last night why I like it. I like it. And you see, I used that in the right context. I like it because it conveys to me as if it is a novel. And I haven't
Mm.
had, not recently at least, filmography conveyed to me where I'm like, I feel like I'm watching a book unfold. And it just clicked with me yesterday when I finished the second season because I felt these feelings rising up. And I was like, what is this reminding me of? What is this reminding me of? And it reminded me of when I got my first like romance novel from Dollar Tree at like age 11 or 12. Like I had like
Oh
sneaked and
my
I snuck and
gosh.
bought a romance novel from the Dollar Tree. And I remember those were the feelings it invoked where I was like, I have to finish this. I have to figure out what's going on. What is the sheriff going to say? What is the aunt? Is she going to support this
Like
person?
you're
Like,
reading this at 1 o'clock in the morning under the sheets with your
yes.
flashlight.
Yes.
Yes.
And it just invoked those feelings. And I said, this is the first show in a very, very, very long time where I've said, I want to see what's going to happen next. And I felt emotionally invested. Not just, oh, I'm curious as to what happens
Wow.
next, or I'm excited for what happens next. Like, this is invoking an emotion I remember from a young age where it just felt romanticized and it felt involved and it felt like multiple stories are happening at once, and that's something I also love. I love it when it's not just one or two plots going on. It's like we have several arcs simultaneously being unraveled, and that's just really, really what I enjoyed about it.
Okay, the way you just described this is making me want to give Bridgerton a second chance. I tried watching it
Okay.
when it first premiered last year, the
Mhm.
year before, or whatever.
Mhm.
I could not get past the first episode.
Ooh.
It was
Okay.
so it was just dragging,
Okay.
dragging and dragging, and I just could not get into it. But
Okay.
I also don't like period pieces.
Right.
I didn't like Hamilton. Don't come for me.
Whoa. I'm gonna say no comment on that and not be affiliated with that comment. I
Wow.
support you in your decision.
Do I like Lin Manuel Miranda? Yes. Do I think he's talented? Yes. Am I happy that it had its long run on Broadway
Mhm.
and that it's still on Broadway with a different cast?
Mhm.
Absolutely.
And that
Was it
soundtrack is fire.
the soundtrack? Yes, is fire.
Mhm.
Yes. Is it for me? No.
Can you explain why? Do you know why? Did you watch it?
Oh, I watched
Did
it.
you attend it in person?
No, I watched it on Disney Plus.
Okay.
I wasn't going to spend the money to go watch it on Broadway when it wasn't something that I was interested in.
Okay. Why weren't you? Do you know why you weren't interested?
It's a period piece.
That's the only reason. Even though you love Disney, you love music, you love
Okay,
storytelling.
I don't love everything on Disney. I don't love every musical. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Let us
My
back
bad. My
it
bad. I got a little
up.
overzealous. My bad.
Whoa! I
My
love
bad.
lipstick, but not every lipstick is made the same.
That's true. That's facts.
Whoa!
That's true.
Let's just calm down for a second,
Bad.
okay?
That's my bad. Hamilton. 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 It just gets me excited. The soundtrack.
I I do like the Schuyler sisters.
Okay.
One of my one of my coworkers,
Hmm.
his wife is related to the Schuyler sisters
Okay.
somehow, and their daughters um watched Hamilton and they were really excited.
Nice.
And their dad, my coworker, took them to New York to go see Hamilton on Broadway,
Hmm.
and they kept telling people in the line, "We're related to the Schuyler sisters." And I was like, "Okay, your
Okay.
kids are so adorable.
Okay.
I can't deal." And I'm like, see, like that's a great moment for them. I'm
Yeah.
so like that they're learning their history, they're learning
Hmm.
about their family
Hmm.
tree, like that sort of thing. I love it for other people.
Okay.
It's just not for me.
And
And I think that's
that's
okay.
totally fine. Yes. I was just wondering if you knew or if it was one of those things where it's like, I don't like this and I can't pinpoint why, but that's okay.
I'm currently watching this dating show called The Courtship, and
Ugh.
it aired on NBC and now it's airing on USA. My, it's another I hate it. I hate
Of
it so
course.
much.
I saw the preview. I'm very surprised you gave it a try.
Because my friends are watching it and, like, we have our virtual, like, movie nights and TV shows that
Right.
we watch,
Right.
and this was the show that they chose, and I was like, "I hate period pieces." You all know I hate period pieces, but will I support a black lead and hope that her show does not get canceled? Yes.
Here's my I agree. I mind you, I've only seen the previews and the extended trailers. I haven't given the show a try because I refuse. My thing is this: do it. It reminds me of when we talked about supporting Black businesses, and I'm like, I would love to support Black businesses, but also that doesn't mean I'm going to be disrespected or pay for something that's not up to par, up to quality because this is a Black business. And for me, it's like I want to support you because you are a Black woman leading a show, but this is goofy. And I can't support goofy.
It is very, very goofy, but let me tell you, her parents are so cute. Her sister is cute. We have a conspiracy that the best friend may be a paid actress. We don't
Oh.
know yet. The men are interesting. Um if anything, I just want her to get the bag out of this.
Okay.
And for her to share her makeup secrets with me because she's always flawless and I just love her.
Okay.
So,
And
yeah.
maybe that's worth an episode, and not just goofy, gimmicky. That's my whole thing. Like, why
It's
do we
very
have to
gimmicky.
attach something that's gimmicky to Black women in entertainment? Why? That's the thing
I
that's like making me very hesitant.
I think also it's just because I think it's kind of supposed to be like a reality Bridgerton too. That's so that's why I don't feel like it's like we're attaching something gimmicky to a black person.
Okay.
I think it's like, oh, here's this one show that's really popular. Here's The Bachelor and every dating franchise that every channel makes or every network makes. Why don't we combine the two for this possible relationship to be birthed out of this? That's how I saw it.
Okay.
I'm not saying that you should
I
watch
know
it.
you're not recommending it. I know.
I'm definitely not recommending it, but I'm saying why I'm supporting this show.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And I might be giving Bridgerton another chance. Who knows? We'll see.
Yes, I feel like Bridgerton deserves another chance. And if the first season isn't doing it for you, go to season 2 because it can stand alone as its own thing.
Interesting.
It can
Okay.
stand alone as its own thing.
I was thinking about watching Scandal again because, like, I need to be mad at somebody.
Yo, I was thinking about rewatching Scandal or How to Get Away with Murder. So if you want to do that and we
Let's do
do
it.
our peach stops even too, like,
Let's do it.
and that's
Let's
something
do
that's
it.
been on my to-do list for a while is to rewatch older shows and then do my either YouTube reactions or
Yes.
commentary because people do
Yes.
go looking for that, especially when shows you
Yes.
can like go back and watch. So
Yes.
I'm down with either one of those.
Which one do you want to do first?
Oh, that's
Should
hard.
we have the listeners vote?
We can do the poll. Yeah.
Let's do a poll. Okay. Polls are going to be live on
Polls gonna be
Instagram
live
this
on
week.
Instagram and Spotify.
On
And
Instagram and
Spotify. So
Spotify.
you guys get to decide what you want to hear about or
Oh my goodness.
join in.
I'm so
Or you
excited.
can watch it with us too. This will be
I
fun.
don't know how many times I've seen Scandal and How to Get Away with Murder all the way through,
Yeah.
but every time Netflix suggests it, I'm like, and if Mikhail's in the room,
Uh-huh.
I'm like, How to Get Away with Murder. Now, what's that show about?
I cannot with you.
And he'll be like, I don't know, and I'll be like, well, I guess I better add it to my watch list.
Put it on the watch list.
Put it on the watch
Again,
list.
and again, keep it on the watch list.
Courtney Taylor, we love you.
Love you. Maybe she'd also be interested in rewatching some old shows with us. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe tag her in an Instagram poster too.
Maybe.
Maybe we'll meet at a bar. He'll drive a funky car. Maybe we'll meet at a club and fall so deeply in love. He'll tell me I'm the one and we'll have so much fun. I'll be the girl of his dreams. Maybe, alright, maybe gonna watch TV today. We gotta watch How to Get Away with Murder and some Scandal, baby.
So tonight's a Janet night for sure.
Listen, Janet is
queen.
Janet is queen, underrated.
Janet is queen.
She was in concert. I want to say she had a Vegas residency a couple of years ago.
She did.
And
She did.
I wanted to go so bad, but I didn't
My
want to go by
mother-in-law
myself.
went.
Nobody wanted to go with me. I even tried to get my mom. I was like, "Mom, I'll get your plane ticket. I'll get all the tickets." And she was just like, "I'm not interested." And I was like, "It's Janet. What you mean you're not interested?" And Cammie, nobody was interested in going with me. I was so frustrated.
Gone with you.
Listen.
I know.
Yeah.
You know, one of my biggest regrets is not seeing Lizzo in concert for $22 when she was in town because she this is before she blew up.
Yeah.
And nobody wanted to go with me, and I didn't want to go by myself, and I regret that so much. I should have just gone by myself.
I'm not someone who likes to go to.
I don't like to go
solo,
to things,
but the fact that like now those tickets, you'll never see those at $22 ever again.
I'm never gonna
Ever
see
again.
that
Ever again.
Ever again.
Ever.
No.
Ever. Speaking of ever, Outcast, did you do anything for 404 Day?
Okay, I didn't realize it was 404 Day until today.
It's 405 Day now.
I know.
And when this goes live, it might be 407 Day. For all we know.
I'll celebrate 678 Day.
That's not happening. That doesn't exist. But you know what? I was like, I'll do 770 Day. 770 Day will roll around. But I don't know about 678 Day.
Yeah, I don't celebrate April Fools. I didn't celebrate 404. Probably not gonna celebrate Donut Day. I did my taxes, so we're not gonna be rushing for the deadline. What other? Oh, Easter's coming up. I forgot about Easter. Not gonna lie.
I mean, if you're not like boiling eggs or painting eggs or hunting eggs, like, or eating chocolate bunny ears off, what are you supposed to do? Especially if you don't have any little humans running around, be it your kids, nephews, nieces, godchildren, whatever else. What are you supposed to do for Easter?
Right. And we're not near our bigger clusters of family too. So like we're not going over for Easter dinner. And
Is that still a thing? I can't tell you the last time I've had Easter dinner, honestly.
I think the last time I had Easter dinner was in 2016. No,
Whew.
2015.
Mm, the formative years.
In the before times. Yeah.
BE before E.
Yeah.
Funny.
Anyway. Anything else you want to talk about?
I feel like now will be a good time to wrap. I am so happy with the things that we discussed and the cadence in which we discussed them today.
I'm excited for people to listen. I'm
Yes.
excited for our listeners to vote. I'm
Vote.
excited to either watch Scandal or How to Get Away with Murder with you. Ah! Oh, just know I'm gonna be screaming a lot.
Listen, I'm very excited. And then after you guys vote, make the poll, and you, like I said, you can maybe join in with us sometimes on Twitch if we're watching live. I don't know. Then we have to decide like how many episodes we're gonna watch each week, how we're gonna report on it. Like this is I'm excited.
Right,
Very
right.
excited.
Just know that if we're watching Scandal, I will yell every time Olivia Pope says, "I just want to make jam." Shut up.
Should we should
And
we should we put some, not necessarily a drinking game, but maybe like on our goals list, like every time Olivia sleeps with Fitz, we have to X. Like maybe maybe it should be
some
something
sort of
like
like
that.
bingo card.
A
Yeah,
bingo card, yes. Oh, yes,
we're gonna do a bingo
yes.
card.
We'll do a bingo
Bow, bow, bow,
card.
bow.
Yahtzee. No, that's bingo. Bingo.
Hey Coco, where
Mm.
can the people find
Oh my goodness, you
us?
guys can find us all over the interwebs. You can find us on Spotify. You can find us on
Hey,
YouTube. You can find us on
hey,
Google Podcasts.
what's up?
You
What's
can
up?
find us on Anchor. You can find us on Apple Podcasts.
That's
You can
right.
find us on Instagram
She said it.
and Patreon in about like 3 weeks. Twitch is also coming up. If you search Two Peaches with a Pod, you can find us on Google. We should be like one of the top 3 or 4 people in the search
Oh
engine. Yes, you
snap!
can make sure
What's up?
to
What's up?
what's
What's
up,
up?
what's
What's
up,
up?
what's
What's
up,
up?
okay? What's up, what's up? What's up, what's up? For the listeners, we are doing the Bankhead Bounce and the Pump and a little bit of the Cabbage Patch. Throwing a little bit of that in there. Oh yeah, we're taking it around town. SpongeBob ain't the only one.
Hey,
Um,
hey.
yes, we are very responsive. If you want to reach out to us on any of these platforms, we would appreciate if you could leave your comments, if you could subscribe, hit the notify
Yes.
bell so you can get
Yes.
notified when we drop new episodes and also get new visuals for different projects we're working on.
Yes. Listen to
I love the
Coco's.
Cammy and Coco.
Hey, 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 hey. It was so
Um,
good to see your face and talk to
it was
you.
so good to see your face after I got mine together.
And if anybody is wondering, my dark mark, my little beauty mark is slowly going away. So we're treating it.
You know what? I didn't even notice it, or I couldn't even see you, but just being transparent, when I think about your last episode and you were like,
I
and
like
I'm like, why is her head tilted? And then I forgot about it. Then you were like, oh, I have this thing. And I'm like, oh,
that all makes sense.
okay. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's not as prevalent, if I'm just being honest. It's definitely not as prevalent. It's definitely not as noticeable.
Cause I've been treating it
Treat
properly.
yourself. It's not just
Hey.
about the shopping. Sometimes it's about self skincare. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to say to the people, Cammy?
Drink your water, take your
Whew.
meds, take your vitamins, go for a walk. If it's snowing outside, maybe stay inside.
Okay.
And I'm so sorry if it is snowing because I get it.
It
Uh,
is April. Why would it be snowing? Okay.
that's beef that I have with Mother Nature. Okay,
Okay.
I scheduled a Teams meeting with her next Wednesday.
Okay. Hope she shows up.
She's not.
Okay.
All right, friends.
All
We'll see you in
right.
the next one.
Bye.